Edward Thomas. I'm the men's ministry leader at Kent Seventh Adventist Church. I grew up as a young child in a home that was divided not on faiths but belief of the faith. I became an Adventist at 18 years old. I didn't even know anything about Seventh-day Adventists. My dad wasn't even in church when I was really young, but he got back into it as I got older. So about the time when I was 10, 11 years old, he was really, really into church and serving the Lord with all of his heart and the best way that he knew to do. I myself liked to play football. Of course, I was in all these other activities, and Little League football, you play on Saturdays, and they have games and practices, and Friday night, you do all these things, and so I wanted to do those things. And as I got older into high school and stuff, my mom always made sure that I was able to do that stuff, and I didn't realize the pressure it was bringing on their relationship, or the stress that it put on the family for the home to be divided in such a way. It was never an issue brought to me as the child in the home. My parents would argue and have their words with each other about what we should be doing with our lives as children, because the family was trying to be a whole. One day I'm sitting in church on Sunday, and I am just sitting there, and I have been out all night partying, doing my thing, the night before. And so I'm at church on this Sunday, and the Spirit just comes to me, and he tells me, the pastor is down there, he's giving a benediction, and he tells me that I need to go down there. The Spirit tells me, go down to the front, because I want you to preach. I want you to teach and to spread the word. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, but I was just partying all night. You can't be asking me though, and but what about all these people who are looking at me? And all these different thoughts were running through my mind, trying to stop me from going down to the front. Then went home and told my mother, and of course she was ecstatic, even though she wasn't Adventist, that I should talk to my father about it so that he didn't find out any other way. And so I decided, okay, I know Dad's not gonna like this though. He might have a problem with it though. I don't want to hear it, but I'm gonna tell him, what can he do about it? So I go to him and I talk to him, and he tells me that that's fine if I feel that God has put it on my heart to do that, to preach his word. But first, there's something about his word that I might need to know. So he gave me some literature, and he told me to read this and study it and to find out for myself what the truth is. If this is true. And if it's not, don't do it. But if it is, then follow. So I read and I studied, and it took me about a week to go through the amazing facts packets. We all have those. It took me about a week to go through those packets. And by the time I finished with those packets, I was standing before him telling him that I wanted to be baptized in the Adventist faith. So I'm doing the Adventist thing, and I'm in it a couple years into it. And, I started to realize that this wasn't much different from when I was going to church on Sunday. I'm still just going to church on Sabbath, and the only difference was that I couldn't watch TV, and I was forbidden to go to the store, and I couldn't just do the regular things that other people do when they just get out of church, because I was keeping the Sabbath holy. And so it was a kind of a struggle for me, and I began to fall back into my old ways of doing what I wanted to do instead of what God was calling me to do. Instead of seeking and searching and reading the word, there was nothing really there for me at the church. There were ministries going on all around me, but nothing ever was there to pull me in and make me a part of something. But after coming there and not being able to have anything to be attached to with the other people in common, I did become kind of complacent in what I was doing and comfortable in just going and sitting in a pew and then leaving. And really what happened was the song "This Little Light of Mine," my flame got blown out. It wasn't until recently in my life and my journey as a Christian that I have that God has relit that flame inside of me and shown me what it is that He was really calling me to do. And I might not know all of the things that He wants me to do right now, but I know for sure that He wants me to be where I am right now. God is really placing it upon my heart to take the message out to the people and not just sit in the church. Get out there with our candles burning so that our light can shine in the darkness. That people are out there who are in need and they're looking for any and everything. And people are walking up handing them everything that they don't need. But I know that I have something from my God that they need.